Poland's story begins with the Piast Dynasty, a lineage that would shape the nation's early history and identity. In the 10th century, Mieszko III, a prominent Piast ruler, made a momentous decision that would alter the course of Polish history forever. He chose to convert to Christianity, a decision that was both spiritual and political. This pivotal event in 966 AD is widely considered the birth of the Polish nation, marking its entry into the Christian world. Mieszko's decision to embrace Christianity brought Poland closer to Western Europe, aligning it with the cultural and political norms of the time. This strategic move also provided a layer of protection for the young nation, shielding it from hostile neighbors and potential invaders. Over the next centuries, Poland grew and flourished under the Piast Dynasty, expanding its territories and influence. The country faced numerous challenges from powerful rivals like the Teutonic Knights, who sought to dominate the region. Despite these ongoing conflicts, Poland managed to prosper, developing a vibrant economy and rich cultural heritage. The reign of Casimir III the Great in the 14th century marked a high point for the early Polish state, bringing stability and growth. Casimir III was a wise and just ruler, known for his fair governance and visionary leadership. He reformed the legal system, introducing new laws that strengthened the kingdom's finances and administration. Casimir III also welcomed Jews who were fleeing persecution in other parts of Europe, offering them refuge and opportunities to thrive. This period of enlightened rule laid the foundation for Poland's emergence as a major power in the region, setting the stage for its future achievements and challenges. Under Kazimier's reign, Poland also saw advancements in education and culture, with the establishment of the University of Kraków, one of the oldest universities in Europe. The kingdom's strategic location facilitated trade and commerce, connecting Poland with various parts of Europe and beyond. Agricultural advancements during this time also contributed to the nation's prosperity, ensuring food security and economic stability. The flourishing of arts and crafts further enriched Polish culture, making it a beacon of medieval civilization. The legacy of the PS Dynasty and the early Polish state is a testament to the resilience and vision of its leaders, who laid the groundwork for a nation that would endure through the ages. The 16th century ushered in a golden age for Poland, a period marked by remarkable achievements and significant transformations. This era saw the nation flourish in various domains, from politics and culture to science and education. In 1569, the Union of Lublin was signed, a monumental event that reshaped the political landscape of Eastern Europe. This historic agreement united Poland and the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, creating a powerful and expansive state that would dominate the region for centuries. The result was the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, a vast and powerful state that became one of the largest and most populous countries in Europe. The Commonwealth was a unique experiment in religious tolerance and political freedom, setting it apart from many other European nations of the time. It was a place where different faiths coexisted peacefully and political liberties were cherished. The Jagiellonian dynasty, which ruled during this period, oversaw a flowering of Polish culture and learning. Under their reign, Poland became a center of intellectual and artistic activity, attracting scholars and artists from across Europe. The Renaissance movement, which swept through Europe, had a profound impact on Poland. This cultural revival brought new ideas, artistic styles, and scientific discoveries to the Polish lands. Polish scholars and artists made significant contributions to European intellectual life. Their works in literature, science, and the arts were highly regarded and influenced many contemporary thinkers. Nicolaus Copernicus, the astronomer who revolutionized our understanding of the universe with his heliocentric model, was a product of this vibrant era. His groundbreaking work laid the foundation for modern astronomy. The Commonwealth was known for its golden liberty, a system that emphasized noble privileges and limited the power of the monarchy. This unique political structure allowed the nobility to have a significant say in the governance of the state. This period marked the high point of Polish power and influence on the European stage. The Commonwealth's military and diplomatic prowess extended its reach far beyond its borders, leaving a lasting legacy on the continent. The 17th century brought new challenges to the Commonwealth. Wars with neighbors like Sweden, Russia, and the Ottoman Empire weakened the state. Internal conflicts and a cumbersome political system also contributed to its decline. The once powerful Commonwealth began to lose its grip on its vast territories. the 18th century saw the tragic demise of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. In a series of 3 partitions, Russia, Prussia, and Austria divided the lands of the Commonwealth amongst themselves. By 1795, Poland had vanished from the map of Europe. The partitions marked a dark period in Polish history, but they also ignited a fierce spirit of resistance among the Polish people. Despite the loss of their independence, the Polish people never gave up hope of regaining their freedom. Throughout the 19th century, Poles staged numerous uprisings against their oppressors. These acts of defiance, though often brutally suppressed, kept the spirit of Polish nationalism alive. Polish culture continued to flourish even under foreign rule. Composers like Frédéric Chopin and poets like Adam Mickiewicz gave voice to the sorrows and aspirations of the Polish people. Their works served as a source of inspiration for generations of Poles. The struggle for independence continued into the 20th century. When World War I broke out in 1914, Poles saw an opportunity to regain their freedom. They fought on both sides of the conflict, hoping that their sacrifices would be rewarded with the restoration of an independent Polish state. Section 5. The Catastrophe of World War II. After World War I, Poland's independence was finally restored in 1918. This moment marked the end of over a century of partitions and foreign rule, a time when the Polish people had to fight tirelessly to reclaim their sovereignty. The joy and hope that filled the streets of Poland were palpable as citizens celebrated their newfound freedom and the rebirth of their nation. However, the country's hard-won freedom would be short-lived. The interwar period, though a time of rebuilding and cultural renaissance, was fraught with political instability and economic challenges. Poland's strategic location in Europe made it a target for its powerful neighbors, who eyed the nation with imperial ambitions. In 1939, Nazi Germany invaded Poland, marking the beginning of World War II. The Blitzkrieg, or Lightning War, unleashed by the Germans was swift and brutal, overwhelming Polish defenses and plunging the country into chaos. The invasion was a prelude to a conflict that would engulf the entire world. Poland was caught in a vice between 2 totalitarian powers, Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, a non-aggression treaty between these 2 regimes, secretly included a protocol to divide Poland between them. This agreement sealed Poland's fate, leading to its occupation and the suffering of its people. World War II was a catastrophe for Poland. The country became a battleground and its people suffered terribly under Nazi occupation. Cities were reduced to rubble, and the civilian population faced unimaginable hardships, including forced labor, starvation, and mass executions. The country became a battleground, and its people suffered terribly under Nazi occupation. The Nazis implemented a regime of terror, targeting not only Jews but also intellectuals, clergy, and anyone suspected of resistance. The Polish population lived in constant fear as the occupiers sought to crush their spirit and erase their culture. The Holocaust, the systematic genocide of Jews by the Nazi regime, claimed the lives of millions of Polish Jews. Ghettos were established in cities like Warsaw and Kraków, where Jews were confined in inhumane conditions before being transported to extermination camps such as Auschwitz and Treblinka. The scale of the atrocities committed is almost beyond comprehension. Poland's Jewish community, once the largest in Europe, was decimated. Before the war, Poland was home to a vibrant and diverse Jewish population, contributing richly to the cultural and economic life of the nation. The Holocaust not only destroyed lives but also obliterated centuries of Jewish heritage in Poland. Despite the horrors of occupation, the Polish spirit of resistance never wavered. The Polish people, driven by a fierce determination to reclaim their freedom, organized one of the most formidable resistance movements in occupied Europe. Acts of sabotage, intelligence gathering, and armed uprisings were carried out with remarkable bravery. The Polish Underground Army, one of the largest resistance movements in Nazi-occupied Europe, fought bravely against the Germans. Known as the Home Army or Armia Krajowa, these resistance fighters conducted guerrilla warfare, disrupted German supply lines, and provided crucial support to the Allied forces. Poles also played a vital role in the Allied war effort, fighting alongside their comrades in arms on numerous fronts. From the deserts of North Africa to the skies over Britain, Polish soldiers, pilots, and sailors distinguished themselves with their courage and skill. Their contributions were instrumental in the eventual defeat of the Axis powers and the restoration of peace in Europe. Section 6. Behind the Iron Curtain, Communist Poland. After World War II, Poland fell under the control of the Soviet Union. A communist government was installed in Warsaw, and Poland became a satellite state of the Soviet bloc. The country's borders were redrawn, with territories in the east annexed by the Soviet Union. The communist period was a time of repression and economic hardship for many Poles. Freedom of speech and assembly were curtailed, and the government maintained strict control over the media and cultural life. Despite these challenges, Poles continued to resist communist rule, both overtly and covertly. Section 7. Solidarity, the Flame of Freedom. In the 1980s, a new chapter began in Poland's long struggle for freedom. The Solidarity movement, led by Lech Walesa, emerged from the shipyards of Gdansk. Solidarity was a trade union that quickly evolved into a nationwide movement for political change. The movement captured the imagination of the world, demonstrating the Polish people's unwavering desire for freedom and democracy. Solidarity's non-violent resistance, inspired by the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., proved to be a powerful force for change. Faced with mounting pressure from within and outside Poland, the communist government eventually agreed to roundtable talks with Solidarity. These talks paved the way for free elections in 1989, which resulted in a resounding victory for Solidarity. Section 8. A New Dawn, the Third Republic. The year 1989 marked a watershed moment in Polish history. With the collapse of communism, Poland embarked on a new chapter as a democratic nation. The Third Republic was established, and Lech Walesa became the country's first freely elected president in over half a century. The transition to democracy was not without its challenges. Poland faced the daunting task of rebuilding its economy after decades of communist mismanagement. However, the Polish people, with their characteristic resilience and determination, embraced the opportunities presented by freedom. Section 9. Poland in the European Union. In 2004, Poland joined the European Union, a testament to its successful transition to democracy and its commitment to European integration. EU membership brought significant economic benefits to Poland, as well as strengthening its ties with other European nations. Today, Poland is a staunch advocate for democracy and human rights, both within Europe and on the global stage. The country has been a vocal supporter of Ukraine in its struggle against Russian aggression, providing humanitarian aid and military support. Section 10. Conclusion. Poland's enduring spirit. Poland's history is a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people. Despite facing numerous challenges and setbacks throughout their history, Poles have never given up hope of freedom and independence. Their story is one of resilience, courage, and an unwavering belief in the power of human dignity. From the early days of the Piast Dynasty to its current standing as a respected member of the European Union, Poland has consistently demonstrated its ability to overcome adversity and emerge stronger. The Polish experience serves as an inspiration to all who value freedom and democracy, proving that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can triumph.